Hello traders out there and you guys that are interested in learning about Bitcoin. I have my cup of coffee here. What an interesting opening we have on the countdown. We're going to get going and we're going to be talking about Bitcoin. I'm going to make the assumption you don't know much about Bitcoin, so I'm going to start off at a very elementary level so you learn as much as humanly possible. And I see people popping in. Welcome, everybody. First thing I want to show you is the Bitcoin prices going back to 2010. If we go back to 2010, okay, we're in 2025 now, and we were to take midnight on every New Year's night, okay, midnight, what was the price of Bitcoin? In 2010, we were way sub, 1 penny. Then we jump up into the $13 mark. Then we're in the hundreds, and then we go from the hundreds to the thousands. Then we get into the 10,000s, and then we get 100,000 plus for a Bitcoin. Crazy trajectory. Check this out. This next slide, this is a 7-year Bitcoin versus the S&P 500. If you were to buy the S&P 500 and walk away, even Bernie Madoff says you're going to beat 75% of all professional money managers out there just by being in an index fund. So check this out. The S&P 500 usually does really well, and this is considered very, very well. But look at Bitcoin. Woohoo! A sizable difference, huge increases. But listen, this is all educational purposes only. You know that, so let's get going. This is all educational purposes only. Who am I? You might not know anything about me. I have a little bit of street cred. I'm going to let you read this to the side. Short version is I've been trading using technical analysis almost 30 years. I was with Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, as an award-winning stock mentor. I now own a quant fund, which is a hedge fund that uses trading algorithms. But what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is like a form of money that exists only online. It's digital money, just as people use cash in the real world. Bitcoin is like internet cash that can be sent directly from one person to another anywhere in the world without asking a bank or payment service for any permission at all. So what did I just say? Do you know yet you have a debit card or a credit card that you use? That is called an electronic digitized transaction. There's no money. It went from one hand to another. It's digitized. Bitcoin is the same thing. Cryptocurrency is the same thing. So Bitcoin is as a decentralized digital currency without a central bank. The difference between utilizing a credit card that has, Discover, that has Amex, that has Visa, all the different central banks, all those guys, and when you make a transaction through a debit card, it goes through your bank. Bitcoin doesn't have a powerhouse and a central person there saying if you can and can't do it and keeping you from doing it, at a relatively, low amount of money. So what are the key features of Bitcoin? It's peer-to-peer. If you had a let's call it a fishing boat. I fish. I don't have a boat. I want to get a fishing boat. I'm here in Tampa. I want to go fishing. I have an option. I could just write you a check, old school. I could send you an ACH or Zelle you, but there's caps. You can't do $40,000. Let's say I'm going to send you $40,000. I could wire it to you, but it's going to be $25 to $30 to wire that money to you. And it's going to take 2 to 3 days. Okay. New technology says Bitcoin, I could send you $40,000 in Bitcoin immediately within moments that it would go to you at a fraction of the cost, hardly any fee at all. And it's immediate. So peer-to-peer, no middleman. That gives us a ton of freedom. We use what's called blockchain technology for transaction security. And there's a limited supply. Now, what is the blockchain? Here is what's interesting. So Bitcoin is only strong if it's on its own network. That network is called the blockchain. What is that? The blockchain is made up of a bunch of people or entities or factories or whatever that have specialized computer programs running in their facility. Most people use what are called ant miners, ant miners, to to run on the blockchain. Those are called nodes. So every house, every entity, every building that has a node in it, they're all connected to each other, and they're running. These Antminers are very powerful, specialized computers. They look like about the size of a loaf of bread. And they're very loud, they take a lot of energy, and they get hot fast. So not everybody has an Antminer. But why would you want to have an Antminer? Why would you want to have that sitting in your house or building? Because the more you run it, the more the blockchain will pay you in that cryptocurrency, in this case, Bitcoin. So the more you run it, the more Bitcoin it will award you. So people become miners. There's a limited supply, 21 million shares, or coins, not shares. What's interesting with that is in our lifetime, even though 19 million coins have been minted already, and it's only 21, it's a finite number. That's what makes it so special, that none of us will be alive by the time the last coin in Bitcoin will be. So they're talking 140 years from now that should take place. So we will be long gone at that point. But here's a good illustration. These are the Antminers I'm telling you about. There's other type of computers out there. You don't have to just use Antminers, but this is very popular. And this is what sits in everybody's home. So this would be in a home, that would be in a facility, a factory here, a home here. And they're all over the world. They're all connected together. Why does that matter? Because of the blockchain and the mining that we talked about allows for there to be these transactions, and those transactions verified. What does that mean? So I'm buying a bass boat off of you, or a fishing boat, for $40,000. I'm going to give you Bitcoin, and you're going to accept my Bitcoin. Okay. So how does that work? How that works is so think about an Excel spreadsheet, big Excel spreadsheet, and each cell is important. So I have a cell where my Bitcoin is. You have a cell where your Bitcoin is. Those two cells decide to make a transaction, that creates a third cell connected, a third cell. And those are called blocks. The blocks are chained together, blockchain. That's what happens. So our monies, our accounts, our transactions just add to the blockchain. Now, what makes this Bitcoin so special? Another thing that makes it very special is its security. What do I mean by that? The verification. So you know how I showed you that picture with all the nodes all connected together? So if you and I do a transaction, our transaction's right there, it's going to take multiple other nodes analyzing that to make sure it was a valid transaction. And if all of them give a thumbs up, the transaction happens. Very powerful. So as we said, we have miners. If you have one of these Ant machines or another machine running these very powerful, complicated computations, then you're going to be awarded with Bitcoin. It takes a lot of power, and you need a lot of cooling, okay? And then you have something called a wallet. A wallet means we don't put our money in a bank. We become our own bank. So our Bitcoin, our cryptocurrency, is held in our own digital wallet, our own wallet. So we hold it, and then we transact from our wallet to somebody else's wallet. That's how it's done. It's very, very simple. Don't let it be overly complicated. Another structure here of the nodes all connected together on the blockchain. Blockchain is the mechanism. Everything is on a ledger. So that ledger are the blockchain cells connected together. Do you need to know all this stuff? No. Do you need to know all this? I'm just giving you a basic understanding so you know more about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency than your friends, okay? So why does Bitcoin matter? It's a disrupting finance. It's disrupting finance. Bitcoin challenges traditional banking and offers freedom from government control. It's an ultimate freedom thing. When we can transact back and forth from peer to peer with no government control or central bank control. There's nightmares of people in the middle messing things up. That is the beauty of this. the anonymity and security. A lot of privacy using this. It's very, very hard to figure out who paid who what. So that's good. The security, 256-bit encryption, and because it's on the blockchain, there's an inherent security there. So much so that it's now traded on Wall Street. It's traded by governments. Security is off the charts, which is very good. Even President Trump, man, he's a big-time bullish stance on Bitcoin. I'm not going to read all this. You can do that yourself. But he wants the U.S. to be the crypto capital of the world. Guys, that's a good thing. We want that status. Regulatory favor, Crypto Advisory Council, he's putting that in. He's putting this council in place, which is good. He opposes the privacy advocacy. He opposes CBDCs. What is that? This is very important. I just need you to be on point with me, okay? That the CBDC is basically a government currency, such as the U.S. dollar, that becoming digitized. If that becomes digitized and now we get paid through the blockchain that is controlled by the U.S. government, then we lose all of our freedom. Look at China and what's happening over there with their money control. So we don't want governments controlling that. So anyway, economic strategy. Economic strategy is possible to hedge against inflation. Could that be the case with Bitcoin? Maybe. You know what? The last one's very important. So we're at 36 trillion, going to 37 trillion in debt in the U.S. We have a lot of Bitcoin that the U.S. owns. And the question is, should we just unload all that Bitcoin to pay off our debt to get that debt taken care of, which is a huge monkey on our back? So the market performance is it just keeps going up, but it has large swings. It already broke that psychological level of $100,000. All the gurus collectively together says that by the end of 2025, they're expecting a collective average to be an 86% increase. So that's a big, anytime something grows by nearly 100% in a year, that's huge. Bitcoin potentially being dubbed, quote unquote, digital gold by the U.S. Treasury. That is crazy. Are there risks in Bitcoin? Yes. And cryptocurrency? Yes. What is that? Volatility. Remember I showed you the chart with the S&P 500 doing this, going up like this. But you saw the Bitcoin going way up, but it had something that looked a lot different. Big swings. So if you can't stomach swings, that's not probably a good place to be. And then there's regulatory uncertainty. The U.S., including other governments, are talking about regulations and what that might mean to Bitcoin itself. Here are 5 companies. I'm going to quickly go through these. So these things in orange right now are ticker symbols. This is educational purposes only. I'm not recommending to buy or sell any security here, okay? Now, why am I showing you this? Because these companies are the biggest companies that I found that own Bitcoin, okay? MicroStrategies own the most. They own 387,000 Bitcoin. I mean, just here recently, they bought 55,000 Bitcoin at these prices that we're at now. And so some people invest in these stocks. You can take a picture of this, but some people invest in these stocks. Oh, and I see people popping in. Hey, glad to have you guys. Do me a favor. Tell me what state, country, or territory you are from. Hey, great having you. Look at the Grok rides in here. It's great having you guys. So let's get going. But you can, if you like the idea of trading a traditional stock, but somebody that's heavily into Bitcoin, here you are. All right, take a picture of this. This is a very important slide. I'll pause. This is how to get started in investing in cryptocurrency. My Grok cup. So this is basic. So the first thing you'll have to do is select an exchange. It's called an exchange. Think about when you set up your brokerage account, to trade stocks. This is called an exchange. Coinbase, Kraken, Binance. There's others. These are the three that I personally like. I have an account with Coinbase because of how easy they are. I can connect my PayPal to it and buy more crypto. I can attach a credit card or a debit card to fund it. It's very, very easy. Kraken has the lowest fees of them all. If fees are important to you, do this because there's still a commission fee. You can't get around a commission fee when you transact. So here they are. And then you fund your account. Very simple. Once you open your account on the exchange, then you fund it, put money into it, and then you got to begin buying and trading the crypto, buying and or trading the crypto. But how are you going to do that? What is your strategy? This is very important. So the rest of the time, I'm going to be talking about what my opinions are on a proper strategy to use if you're going to start doing this. And you got to do it responsibly. Let's get into this very responsibly. So how do I start trading? How do I start trading? 3 strategies to consider. Number 1, you can buy and hold, which is a good one. Just get in, have exposure to Bitcoin. So when you open up your exchange, let's say it's with Coinbase, I have no affiliation with them, or Kraken, whichever it is. When you make the purchase, when you put your money in there, just say, go and buy some Bitcoin. And only put enough in that you're willing to lose. Think of it that way, okay? Don't take unnecessary risk. But don't be afraid of it either, where you don't take hardly any risk, because look what I showed you, the numbers on the trajectory Bitcoin has been on. And now you've got governments such as the United States being bullish on the concept on how to embrace Bitcoin. Don't let that be lost on you. Now, buy and hold. I want you to think of a concept here. Let's say you put 100,000 in. That gives you 1 Bitcoin. Let's say that's the price. I don't know what it's going at right at this moment. But let's say that buys you 1 Bitcoin. You will now only have that 1 Bitcoin. Now, can I only buy $100 worth of Bitcoin? Yes. I could buy $200 of Bitcoin. I could buy a $10 worth of Bitcoin. I could buy 50 cents worth of Bitcoin. In other words, you don't have to buy a full Bitcoin when you get in. You can buy fractions of it, just for clarity there. But how can we increase that 1 Bitcoin? How can we go from 1 Bitcoin to 1.1 Bitcoin or 1.3 Bitcoin or 1.5 Bitcoin? You can do so by trading. Trading supplements or takes over what we would normally do with buy and hold, buy and hold, buy and hold. So buy and hold, we're stuck with the certain amount of Bitcoin. If you trade, you sell high. Then when it drops again, you buy low, buying more Bitcoin. All of a sudden, 1 Bitcoin jumps up to 1.3 Bitcoin. And you hold that. You do it again, you sell, comes back down. Bam. You buy, now you're up to 1.7 Bitcoin. You see what I'm saying? How are you doing that? Through the power of trading. And that takes education. That's something most of you guys are Grok Trades here on here. I love it. Oh, yeah, look where you guys are from. Good. Thanks for telling me. So this is good. Tell me, if you're just jumping on, tell us where you're from, what state, territory, whatever. It's great to see. But anyway, you guys learning to trade, you can trade to build that instead of buy more Bitcoin. But then there's something that's kind of the easy button that I want to spend some time talking about. I think it's something that, this is something I'm personally doing, which I'm sharing with you, something that I'm personally doing. So I want you to be thinking about this, okay? And that is trading, but you don't try to do it on your own. What you do is you trade with the power of a computer program telling us when to buy and when to sell, when to buy, when to sell, which is very good. So again, this one, buy and hold's the easiest, but you got to set holding. Here, you can learn to trade. Hey, come to our program. We'll teach you how to do that. It's very, very powerful. Couple that with a trading algorithm. Man, that is the easy button because the algorithm tells you when to do it. But let's say you're highly educated and you have the trading algorithm. You get the best of both worlds. Combine those together. The possibilities are endless. Very, very powerful. But what is a trading algorithm? It's just a specialized computer program that tells you when to buy and sell. We use TradingView. TradingView is an account you have to get started with what I'm going to show you. I do have an affiliation with TradingView. Use my affiliate link. They pay me, they pay me enough for a cup of coffee, but they give you 30 days free if you use my affiliate link. How do you get the affiliate link? Go to groktrade.com, go to any of the pages that talks about it, or freeonlinetradingeducation.com. I have those links everywhere. So use that. You don't have to use that. Just go to TradingView, get an account. This is what I recommend that you do. Get a subscription amount size that gives you 20,000 bars of data. The lower levels are only 10,000 bars. The more bars, the more data, the better, because we're using something called machine learning. So let's pause. What did I say there? Here's the long and short of it. You just need to get a TradingView account set up. I would appreciate it if you use my affiliate link. Don't have to, but it does give you 30 days free if you do that. The other thing is when you set up the account, get a subscription level that gives you 20,000 bars of data. So 20,000 days, 20,000 1-hour bars, 20,000. Get that. So here are my thoughts on algos. The biggest market players are already using trading algos, so we should. Most of the market moves are algorithmic driven. We know that factually. Algorithms predominantly use ML, which is machine learning, which delivers backtesting to us, which is very important. Those fortunate enough to have access to the right trading algorithms will benefit greatly from this modernization. That is assumed. So AI finance is here. It's not going away, and it's growing fast. We need to be early adopters to AI. These are my personal thoughts. Incorporating trading algorithms is not optional, not for me at least. Data and my own experience convinced me that trading algorithms, adding that to my own trading, to even the playing field. Unexpected benefits, higher profits, lower stress. Okay, now moving on. A couple key things. This is just some things we look at. You're going to see the word profit factor soon, so I'm getting ready to show you some back testing. Okay, profit factor, what is that? 1.4 is kind of our goal. Anything higher than that is awesome. What does that mean? For every $1 that I risk, and I can lose, if I flip the coin and it hits tails, I lose $1. But if I flip heads and I win $1.40. That's basically what we're talking about, simplified. So a 1.4 or higher is kind of what we're after. And percent profitable, anytime we're over 50%, that's great. Now, do I have to win more than 50%? You would think so logically, but not technically. Let's get deep here. If I have a strong profit factor, that means anytime I win a lot of money compared to what I lose when I lose. I could only win 4 out of 10 trades, lose far more than I win, and still make money. But in this simple calculation, 1.4, I only win half the trades, so I lose 5 out of 10 trades. I lose 5 trades, I win 5 trades. I'm only risking $100 per trade. I do 25 trades that month. Let's say they're swing trades, 25 that month. I will net $500 minus commissions, so that's the long and short of it, $500, let's say per month in this case. Not bad. So let me give you an introduction to my trading algorithms, guys. I own a quant fund. I've been doing this professionally for 7+ years using ML, machine learning. I don't know very many people in my space that has as much experience or street cred that I have in this arena. So what I'm showing you is something very special. So this is our first trading algorithm. This is called the Grok Rock. It helps us find the rock bottoms. So this is an example. I just took a screenshot. So this is this back in August 2024. It gave us a buy right around $55,000, and think about where Bitcoin is right now. Okay, so that's Grok. That's our all of my 4 algorithms out of hundreds of them. These are my top powerful algorithms that I'm allowing my Grok ecosystem to have access to. But this one does not have back-tested data. This one is called an indicator, not a strategy in TradingView. So TradingView, you can have a strategy or an indicator. This is called an indicator. Indicator means it just tells you when to buy and sell. Doesn't give us any back testing. This is an indicator, Grok, very powerful. Now, our third most powerful algorithm that we have is called PFAD. You can see the chart up here. You can see longs and buys and sells, buys and sells, buys and sells, buys and sells. And this is real. I mean, I didn't place any of this stuff. What you are seeing here is a real snapshot on Ethereum of this being used. So what does that mean? I know I am losing 6 out of 10 times. How do I know that? Percent profitable is 41%. So I only win 4 out of 10 trades. I'm at a 1.3, which is a little low. But even at those numbers, this thing, now I put 100,000 in on this example. This is for educational purposes only. So the scenario is $100,000 in, and I buy 100% and I sell 100% on each one of these trades. Okay, this made 2.5 million %. In how many trades? Over 1,700 trades. Okay, so it's a huge money maker. This is our second most powerful trading algorithm that we have. It's called OHA, O-H-A, Grok OHA. We had 2,000 trades. It wins 52% of the time. It has a 1.33. It made 5.5 million %, which is unbelievable. And these are the actual buys and sells here. Our most powerful trading algorithm that we have is Grok OMA, O-M-A. This is the top dog. This wins a whopping 64% of the time in this scenario, in this setup. It has a profit factor of a staggering 3.8, almost 3.9. This thing makes 6.3 million %. And I went and looked at it. This one, if I were to, this is just going long only. If I add short to it, that's 6.3 million jumps up to 11 million. So it is insanely powerful. And I want to share something with you. Those of you who gain access to these algorithms, you can pick one or you can get them all, whatever you want to do. You guys will get an amazing thing. You're going to be able to have alerts set on all of these algorithms. That simplifies your life. You don't have to be in front of the computer. You don't have to be in front of a chart. You'll get an email. If you happen to be on your computer, get a ding. If you're out on a golf course, you'll get a text. And then from your phone, you can make a trade or wait until you get home and make the trade. In other words, you will never miss the opportunity when a buy order is given or a sell order. Why? Because you can right-click that chart. When you right-click the chart, you can set an alert. It's so easy. So easy. Now, moving on. How do you get started? Very simple. Once you have a TradingView account set up, when you have that set up, you're going to email us your username, and we're going to give you super duper uber access to the algorithms. How do you access them? When you pull up a chart, you're just going to, step number 1, click indicators at the top. Now, do you have to remember any of this? No. Why? Because we're going to give you a tutorial. But I just want to show you how simple it is. Number 1, click indicators. Number 2, go down to an invite only, and you're going to see all your algorithms or your algorithm, singular or plural. You'll see them populate right there. Very simple. So I'm going to show you money-making opportunities, but can you lose money at trading in the markets? Yes, 100%. So let's say your profit factor is only 1. And you're only winning 4 out of 10 trades. You risk $100 after 25 trades. Let's say it's a month. You're going to be down $500 plus commissions. But let's say you're at a 1.4. You're winning only 50% of the time. You're risking $100. After 25 trades, you're making $100. That's good. But what if that 1.4 goes up to 1.6? And let's say we're winning 6 out of 10 times and we're only risking $100 per trade. After 25 trades, $1,400 a month. The question is, what would you do with $1,400 a month on average? I mean, that's a couple nice cars, right? Or one really nice car. That could go towards rent or a mortgage. $1,400 is interesting. But here is something very interesting. 1.6, 60%, $500, not $100. You risk $500 after 25 trades. Let's say it's in a month, $7,000 in a month. Some people might consider quitting their job if they're making $7,000 per month. Maybe. That would definitely increase lifestyle right there. But let me show you something crazy. Let's say you go from $500 risk to $1,000 risk, $14,000 per month. That's life-changing. Life-changing. Now, do you have to have a bunch of money to get started here? You do not have to have a lot of money. But anyway, that's it. Now, could you lose $14,000 per month? Could you do that? Yes. Yes. But here's a mentor moment. You don't have to have a lot of money to get started. We talked about that. Start small, gradually increase your risk, and then repay yourself the initial trading capital that you added to this, which is good. Also, use algos to assist in your trading decisions. That's what that does. The right trading algos should have a strong return on investment, okay? So, wow, that got moving too fast. The right trading algos, our algos, should help you increase your return on investment. Use algos to assist in your trading decisions. We're trying to make it really easy for you. We assume that you're interested in Bitcoin, you want to get into it. Do you just want to buy it and hold it? That is an option. But if you want to trade it to increase your Bitcoin holdings, and do it with the power and the help of artificial intelligence, we give you the easy button to do that. So let's talk about what we're doing. The most important part you want to do here is remember that website down here, groktrade.com/algos. You can unsubscribe at any time, no contracts. We make this virtually risk-free. Our first algo, remember that first one I showed you where it had a buy signal on Bitcoin at around $55,000 plus? And now Bitcoin, where it's at today, darn near doubles in price in what was that, 5-6 months. Very interesting. That's Grok. It's $19 a month. Or save 2 months, 2 months free if you buy it for the year, $190. You can do that. Silver, PFAD, third most powerful trading algorithm that we have, $49 a month or $490. Our Grok Oha, big dog, gold, that's our gold level. Gold level, next, most powerful, it's $99 a month. Now think about that. If you're making, $3,000 a month, if you're making $7,000 a month, whatever it is, let's say you're only making $600 a month, $600. This is only $99. Your expense to that business, because there's always expense to business that generates you money. There's never a free ride. If your expense is only $99 for that, the big dog is $199 per month. So let's say you are, making $1,000 per month. Then your expenses would be right around 20% in that case, $199. Or you could save 2 months and be right at $19.90 for the year annually. But here's the crazy part here. The crazy part on this is if you buy the $199, you get the $99 for free. The Grok Oha. You get the Grok PFAD Silver Level 49 also for free. You get the Grok Rock for free. So you get another $170 worth of stuff here. You get free with your $200. So basically, you're getting them all for $30 a month. You could look at it that way, but you get them all. How do you do it? Grok Trade /algos. Buy now. A lot of people will just make the purchase now and then go set up your account. You don't need to set up your account right now. Just do this, because what we're going to do is send you to a page on how to set up your account, how to do it. Purchase now. We'll give you the step-by-step on how to get your TradingView account set up. Again, unsubscribe at any time. We have a lifetime deal Several people have taken advantage of this. $49.90 one time, walk away, never talk about it again. Lifetime access, never pay again. I also throw in the Trendline course free of charge just by doing it. But we give you endless support, guys. When you sign up for this, we're going to point you to these tutorials, how to make your TradingView account and getting your data set up. We will simplify your life for you. Watch this quick 3-minute video, and it will help you on what to do. So once you sign up with us, you're going to have access to all this. We have a Discord community. It's just an online community where we all talk and we engage and we share our different settings, looking for the best settings. You're also going to get access, which I don't have here, to an Excel spreadsheet with all numbers to try, all the past performances. So you have some suggested metric numbers to plug in, which are really, really good. That allows you the ability to get started fast by off the backs of our work, and then you're able to then tweak those to make those better. Hey, I see you guys here. It's great to have you guys a part of this. So if you haven't done so yet, tell us what country or state you're from. Yeah, that's good. Anyway, let me keep going here. And thanks for the support team texting. But in email support, we're here to do that for you. So there's the long and short of it. Thank you for being a part of this. And I'll just end by saying this. Thank you for being part of the community. But if you're going to be a trader, be thinking about mentoring to be educated, highly educated. A lot of you guys are Grok grads here. Say hi if you're a Grok grad. Say Grok grad here, whatever. But you Grok grads, but going through the mentorship program to get the requisite information and education to be able to trade using technical analysis is very important. But I'm talking about the trading algorithms here. You don't need the education nearly as much if you have the trading algorithms, but if you have the power of the both, those are really powerful. But at least get started with the trading algorithms, get you started in the right direction to get Bitcoin going. But we're here to support you and to help you do this successfully. Take care. We'll see you. Bye.